All right, so it's February 2026, and if you're a runner, you're probably deep into your goals for the year. But let me ask you something. What if the biggest thing holding you back isn't your legs or your lungs, but what's going on between your ears? That's what we're digging into today. 5 mindset shifts that can totally transform your running.
You've got those goals, right? Maybe it's a new PR, finally tackling that marathon, or just being more consistent. The ambition, it's definitely there. You've probably got a plan written down somewhere, but you know what? That plan, it's only half the story.
Because the real key to hitting those goals, it has way less to do with the exact schedule you're on and everything to do with how you approach each and every run mentally. So let's talk about shifting that thinking. So here's what we're going to cover. We'll start with the physical foundation, then get into the mental game. After that, we'll look at the big picture, the lifelong vision, and finally, we'll bring it all back to your next run. All right, let's jump right in with the physical foundation. These first couple of shifts are all about how we actually do the running, getting our focus off that watch on our wrist and back to our body. Okay, this first one, honestly, it's a total game changer. We are so obsessed with our watches, right? But here's the secret. Pace isn't the goal, it's the result of your effort. The vast majority of your training runs should feel easy. And easy is a feeling, you know? It's not some number your GPS spits out. It's about learning to run by feel and letting your body lead the way, not your watch. And you can see the difference so clearly here. On one side, you've got pace-driven running. It's rigid, it's stressful, and honestly, it's a fast track to overtraining and burnout. But on the other side, we're talking effort-driven running. It's adaptable, it's intuitive. This is how you build sustainable, long-term fitness. All right, mindset shift number 2 is all about structure. Think about it. Your run isn't just one big blob of time where you're just running. No, it's made up of different sections, and every single part has a purpose that you just can't skip. It's pretty simple, really. First, you've got your warm-up and mobility to get the body ready. Then you've got the main set. This is the core of the workout. And finally, the cool-down, which lets your body gradually come back to rest. If you rush or skip any of these, you're basically just throwing away potential gains in both performance and health. Okay, so we've got the physical stuff down. Now let's talk about the real challenge for most of us, right? The mental game. This is where the battle is won or lost, way before you even lace up your shoes on race day. And this shift right here is so powerful. I want you to really ask yourself, why do you run? Come on, nobody's making you do it. You chose this sport. So what if you started seeing it as a privilege, as your me time, your way to blow off steam, whatever it is for you? When you stop seeing it as just another chore on your to-do list, man, it changes everything. And hey, if you ever forget it's a privilege, just think about all the things that can stop you from running. An injury, a crazy work deadline, family stuff, bad weather, you know the list. The fact that we can get out the door today is never, ever a guarantee. And that makes every single run something to be truly grateful for. All right, let's get into a really practical technique here. This is something you have to actively do. Think about your bad runs. Most of the time, they don't fall apart because your legs just give out, right? Nope. They fall apart because one negative thought sneaks in, and we just let it take over. Oh man, we have all been here. That feeling starts to creep in, and this thought just pops into your head. This isn't my day. And then what happens? You start to slow down, and your brain goes, see? Told you so. But what if you caught that thought and challenged it before it turned into a reality? This is the reframe. And what I love about this is that it's not about some fake rah-rah positivity. It's about changing your perspective. Instead of, this isn't my day, you tell yourself, I'm tired because I'm working. See the difference? You're not failing, you're putting in the work. That simple switch changes the whole conversation in your head. And believe me, it gives your body the green light to keep pushing. So, we've talked about the physical side and the mental side for any given run. But now, I want us to zoom way, way out. Let's get to what might be the most important shift of them all, seeing running as a lifelong thing. And here's the big idea. There is no finish line. Not really. When you start to see running as a lifelong journey, what you consider success totally changes. It's not about that one PR or that one race medal. It becomes about everything you learn over years and decades of just moving. I mean, this quote says it all. Running is a journey, not a destination. Don't get me wrong, races and PRs are awesome, but they aren't the end goal. Think of them more like really cool mile markers on this much longer, much more interesting road that you're on. And look at this. This is what a real running life looks like. It's not a straight line up to the sky. It's full of amazing highs, like your first 5K or a new PR. But it's also got setbacks and injuries. It's got comebacks. When you're playing the long game, things like patience and humility become just as important as your pace. And when you really get this, something amazing happens to your goals. They stop being these massive pressure cookers that define whether you're a good or bad runner. Instead, they become like refueling stations. They give you a little boost, point you in the right direction, and get you excited for what's next. Whew. Okay, so we've covered a lot, from the nitty-gritty physical stuff to the big picture philosophy. So let's bring it all home. What does this actually mean for you, like today, on your very next run?
So here they are, the 5 shifts one more time. 1. Focus on effort, not pace. 2. Structure every run. Warm up, main set, cool down. 3. Remember that running is a privilege. 4. Actively reframe those negative thoughts. And 5. Embrace the whole thing as a lifelong journey.
And really, this is the anchor for everything else. Always remember why you chose to run. When you're just not feeling it, when a workout feels impossible, when you get injured, this is what you come back to. Your why is the most powerful fuel you have.
So next time you head out the door, try something different. Don't just think about your pace or how far you're going. Instead, ask yourself a new question. What will this run teach me today? I think the answer might just surprise you.